half the time people look at me when I'm doing this and I'm like, you know what, I'm trying to strip the car in my head, figure out what should be behind what is already there.
So the tailgate obviously can't close because we had to break it open yesterday because the bonnet was keeping the bumper was keeping the tailgate closed. And Kino managed to sort that out before I got home yesterday. I think there's only one blemish on the paint, and that's that one there. There we go. And then the rest is actually all from that. The quarter panel's actually fine. It's all that way. So it was a proper rear smash damage. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. Weird, but we need to do what we need to do. And I need to use this car because it physically needs to be there to do an inspection. And then inside it's not pretty either, but that's the best we can do at the moment. Good morning everyone, and welcome to the drive-by. Coming to you live from the R32. It's been in an accident yesterday. You guys what that looks like now. But my wife's fine. She just had her wrist was a bit sore, so she went to the doctor, but thanks to God all that's no problem there. Went to the police station, did all the admin, blah 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 blah. So yeah, this is the next day, so I'll show you what the damage looks like now. So at the moment we're off to Den Master in Parow to get a quote to fix the rear, because we're still finding out how feasible is it to fix the car. And I've managed to source the parts as well because my brain just couldn't sit still after all this happened, so we need to get on with life. And I'm really sorry if the noise is loud, but the boot can't close properly. I'll show you what that looks like now. So I tried to nudge the boot open yesterday because what happened with the knock, they knocked the car at the back on the point basically where the tailgate secures at the lock. So the lock pulled everything in. And I was struggling to open it yesterday, but I was doing it alone, and then I just ended up going to gym because I just needed to get through all this that happened. And then a friend of mine popped in yesterday. Obviously he knew about it. And by the time I got home, he managed to open the boot. So I didn't shoot too much footage yesterday because I obviously had other priorities, that being my wife most importantly. When I got home, the boot was opened yesterday. As I walked into the garage, I was still telling him, "Yo, Kino, can you help me open the boot?" When I opened the garage door, boom, the boot was open, and thank God for good friends, I guess. And then he immediately started looking for parts. I started looking for parts, and we found most of what the car needed anyway. And it's all coming off of one car other than the diffuser for the bottom, which is R32 specific. But that I can find, well, I already found it anyway. So yeah, like I say, it's a feasibility experiment at the moment to see is it worth fixing the R32. And I've been around cars long enough to know that this car is fixable with the right people, etc, etc. It's just a matter of how much time it's going to take, how much money is going to be spent. And I'm in the car and I'm driving the car. The car still drives like normal, nothing got damaged, suspension's all fine because it was a rear knock anyway. So I'll catch you guys when I'm at Den Master, and we'll take it from there. I was there yesterday because an accident happened in Belleville, and Den Master's in Belleville as well, very close to VW. Yeah, I'll catch you guys when I'm on that side. Yeah, so this is unnecessary. Guys are gonna have a look. They're just gonna check the car up as well so that they can see the bottom. Beautiful color. repairable. Just depends at what cost. But that I won't know today. That I'll know once they compile a quote and whatever. Yeah, basically done here. The pretty side of the car. So we've got everything. We took the shocks out of the tailgate now at least, so I don't need to worry about that. So we've left Dentmaster. I'll wait a quote from them. I'm driving to another panel shop in Stuckland quickly that I just happen to know where one is. Don't know the place at all. So yeah, I'm just gonna get another quote. I think I need to get 3. And then yeah, everybody's quote will obviously differ due to different pricing, etc, etc. I did tell them I can source my own parts, so they said now that actually helps them. Hopefully we can get all this quotation stuff sorted out today, so that I can just leave this car parked and just covered, because at the moment I don't want to look at it. I'll catch you guys when I'm at the other place, and yeah, I guess this now has become a vlog. Hopefully. So we are at a company called Density, which is also in Stuckland. So I'm trying to obviously source quotes and stuff that is close to home, in close vicinity, so that the logistics doesn't become difficult. Let's hear what they say. Oh, so we're at a company called Burnco now, so they're having a look at the car. This is inside Burnco. You see the guys are busy. Mustang Dark Horse. Wow. So again guys, this is repairable. Sure. This is a car.
Even the emblem is not the standard Mustang.
Cool. So inspecting here quickly. You can see we took the shocks out. So we're gonna leave here now. Very nice. So yeah. Yo, this looks nice. Hey, nah. Let's get on with it. Okay, so we're leaving there now, going to the last place that is right here also. So there's Density where we were just now. So that Burnco where we were, they'll send me a quote, and then we buy. This is the last one. Spray them. So let's go inside and hear what they say. So the guys from Density also advised me to come in here, because that's where they send their major accident work. So let's see what these guys say.
I'll be to check it out.
Okay, so there's assessors busy checking now, or the estimator. I think that's what they call it. But I've already spoken to the owner, so he actually said this is not a headache to fix. It's actually a very nice project to take on, because the Golf 5's valance comes off straight from the welding points, and some people will want to fix it, some people want to repair it, and he said they're actually fine just pulling it out and fixing it from there. So yeah, admin day today. Cool. So they've taken the details down. I think this is the last stop for the day, so I can go park this thing. Accidents or headaches?
So half the time people look at me when I'm doing this, and I'm like, you know what, I'm trying to strip the car in my head, figure out what should be behind what is already there. The absorber that sits right behind on the stiffener purposes. It's gonna be the lock and the actuator of the tailgate as well. We put a check and report on the wiper motor, because sometimes when you get knocked in, that happens. The rear valance bracket, the rear valance trim, we're gonna cut and weld that rear valance itself. We're gonna quote for that. We're gonna do a coat repair on the spare wheel well, and then replacing the spare wheel bracket itself. And then we're going to do a repair on the exhaust, because there's a possibility to shift it all the way back. Do an alignment of the rear end frame. Then do some pulling and aligning, and put wheel alignment to check the rear axle. That is fine, and there's no issues on the suspension there. And then improve the lights, the bumper slides, some repairs, because when you pull, you're going to need to do repairs on the rear fenders. Paint those, blend into the doors. So for the most part of it, the rear end is going to be the aspect that we're going to do. And then when we strip this, we're going to remove this dust and put it onto the material, because that's still fine. Yeah. And then it will be the, as pointed out here, apart from this trim panel, it's going to be the, see that one there, and then this linings will only line properly once the pulling and aligning has been done, because we're going to include the inner fender repairs. Okay. Yeah, so that it sorts out issues like that.
Fun times.
Yeah,
fun
times. Just great times. And then
I think we're heading home now, finally. So we've been at 3 different places. I'm awaiting 3 quotes. And yeah, everybody basically said the same thing. It's not a train smash, because I'm coming to obviously a proper place that does panel beating, so they've seen worse. This is not the end of the world. And the fact that I can source my own parts helps. And like I mentioned, I think earlier in the video, I've already sourced everything for the car, because I was on Marketplace obviously last night looking for stuff. And the only thing I would buy new is the R32 diffuser that goes at the bottom of the bumper, because the Golf 5s has a top part and a bottom part. The top part is Golf 5 standard right through, whether it's a TSI or 1.6 or 2 liter or R32, the top half is exactly the same. The bottom part is what's different that makes it specific to the R32 or the dual exhaust exit in the middle. So yeah, basically everything from a parts perspective is sorted. The hardest work is pulling out the valance, or getting the valance straightened out, and the other option is cutting one off another Golf 5. And the weld points are easy because they are visible. So yeah, I guess that's the end of this video, at least for today. I'm not sure if this is worth repairing, but we'll find out, I guess. I would love to repair the car, but if it doesn't make financial sense, I guess time will tell. Yeah.
So I'm Economic Space, that's Zahir, he owns the place. So we're just checking what Golf 5 has the best parts. Okay, there's all your parts. The last stop is here quickly. See what they will charge for all the pricing.
So all of our driving is done for the day. We just came from Economic Motor Space here in Curls River, which is down the road from where I stay as well. So they've got everything that I need. The taillights they'll get brand new, but their pricing is more than where I can source everything for the car as well. But it's good to know that there's options at least. As I mentioned, all the parts I can get is from a Golf 5 GTI. It's just the diffuser that's specific. And the R32 fin, I'll just take off this tailgate and put on the other one, so there's options. So yeah, everybody's been asking me, oh look how your car look, because this car's well known in Curls River, I would say, because it's obviously very unique. So everybody does know the car, and everybody's like, oh, how do you feel, how do you feel? But at the end of the day, let's be real, this is a material item. My wife was in the car, my wife is safe, so that is more my priority as to why I'm not crying about this. This is unfortunately one of those things that happen in life. My wife is fine, my family is fine, which is more important anyway. So yeah, we'll figure out how feasible it is to repair, and we'll find out in the next few days and weeks. And I try to take you guys as with me as possible with the camera. It's not always possible, because other than filming, I am actually doing something that I need to do. So if you have a CV, send it to me. If you can do filming, it would be great. But yeah, that's the end of the episode, guys. So please be safe out there, as this accident yesterday proved anything can happen at any time, and it's not always your fault anyway. So yeah, the drive-by is over and out. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you on the next one.